Well, welcome back, friends and fans, to yet another DocPlays video. Here I'm bringing you your weekly Gates of Hell video. Now, I've had some comments, only a couple though, not too many, that we should restart the series because the Russians kind of have a little bit of an upper hand, it seems like. It kind of seems like more of just their difficulty level. And some improper decision making on my part and kind of my own skill ratio, to be honest. But I do have a couple comments about that, so if you guys really agree with that, let me know down below, and I'd be sure to do that. However, we're just gonna keep going for now, and I would at least like to do one last final push with the troops that we have before we end this season. Now, the next season can be whatever you guys like. We've seen the finish. The German one got corrupted, so we can go back to Germany, or we can go to Russia. I don't really have that much experience in Russia. Never preferred any kind of Russian group, sadly. Uh, but I could totally play them, and it'd be a fun experience since I usually don't play them at all. But without further ado, let's get back into our little conquest. So let's continue our campaign and see what we got, 'cause it's been a little bit. I didn't manage to upload last week, last I could check, because I was doing an Arma op. So I tried streaming that just in replacement of what we were doing. So what kind of sucks though is that, we've won most of our battles. We've won twice as many as they have. Yet it just feels like we take one loss and everything is just out. It's just kaput, and it's just like ugh, over and over and over again. So maybe restarting as the Germans might be nice for morale, since we actually, fighting with them is fun because, as much as there isn't, it's kind of like Rome in Total War, where you get this here, this is cool and all, but you get the Germans that just have like their tech tree is just like 50 times bigger. Now we do have one research point. We can kind of just screw around with it. What's with that the little AT cannon on skis that the Finnish like? I'd like to check that one out. This one here. What's the penetration? Not that much. I'd literally rather have our little current AT, like our little AT team that we have to begin with, that we don't really use anymore, but we do get a Panzerschreck team, which is very important to me. But literally that costs just as much as a tank. This T50 here, which is what I'm really wanting. Um, we can get a T-37A, which is important. But most importantly, we can get an infantry squad, and we can get marksmen, which is imperative for us, I do believe, because well, they're good at taking out infantry. So let's go ahead and research these marksmen, because I think they're pretty interesting looking, if I'm being honest, and I would like to check them out. So wow, a lot of men, and it seems like they all have an SVD. No helmets, sadly, and they've got interestingly looking uniforms, very light uniforms. This one does have a helmet though, but they've got mostly semi-automatic rifles. No, just regular Mosins. Occasionally, well, one or two of them has a helmet. This man has. Oh well, no, it's just only this guy that has an SVD, um, which is I guess nice to have. Oh no, this guy has it too. Does this man have it? He does. You can tell by the longer magazine. However, after these 3 men, it's just Mosin guns. But they don't have helmets, but we could kidnap the Russians and make them give us their helmets, so it's always an option. So let's start by getting our guys resupplied, or our men resupplied here. So we have a lot to choose from. We have a lot of cannons. We have a 76 millimeter, and we have another 76 millimeter, which I think are completely different cannons. So I think this is, I want to say, an American cannon. It looks very similar, and then this is most obviously a Russian cannon, based off its simplicity, the more or less flat armor on the front of it, the no under part here. This, or a British cannon rather, from the Lend-Lease Act. No, it doesn't seem like there's too much of a difference. I think there's a 1 millimeter difference. Oh no, there is a very. So this one can penetrate 75. This one can penetrate 76. Despite having the same size, so we can totally steal this one, throw it into our main assault here. So we do have seven points left here that we can mess around with, and we can get 18 detachment. Do we have medics still? I do not think we have any more medics, very sadly. So let's get some medics. Let's throw them into our main assault here, just because we have room for them. And then what else do we have here? Nothing that absolutely amazing that I'd want to throw in here. we're gonna have to buy a little bit more. So we have eight slots here. So we have a mortar, cannon, FT, multiple little assault things. So I think we just need a hard focus infantry now. I think that is our main focus. We do have our scout section, which is very small considering the fact that um, they're worth 8 points, which is very sad. And for almost double that, we get almost triple the amount of units. But it is our assault squad that we really like. But that is 20 points, and that will fit quite nicely in our little first little call out here. And we have 4 points, so let's just throw like the Gaz 67B in here, the little Russian vehicle with a machine gun on it. And then we also have another machine gun, but I'd honestly rather have something that has men in it for our last little thing. So we have heavy engineers, we have two assault squads, which is nice. Um, However, is there anything that's worth 6 points that we could really put towards use, or can we move more stuff around? And it doesn't look like we have too much to move around with, very sadly. This is used up exactly. We can get rid of this bike guy and then this gas truck, which unironically has tank crewman for a jeep, which I think is interesting. Um, we could totally take this out, put our medics in there, and then we'd have 7 points to mess with. And do we have anything that is worth 7 points that we could perhaps throw in there? Doesn't really look like it quite yet, sadly. Um, we do have a couple of tanks that aren't that too terribly interesting. We did capture Valentine, which is awesome. We do have a flame tank, and we have a T-70. This isn't the one we initially had the last round. This is one that we actually took out and then captured, which is awesome. It's still decently fast, so we can still very much so use it to take out probably their KV-1 or any T-34s that they have. We have our engineers, of course, and we have our assault squad, two assault squads, and our gas truck. So there's not much we can do except have 8 points. So we could just I'm gonna keep this one a lower pointage, just so we can spawn it in faster, because I think this one's a little bit more important than these here to our third call out. So without further ado, excuse me, let's save and let's select our mission. So we have a defense, risk is low, and let's confirm, and let's get started. So this map is, I think it's one of the previous ones that we already had, and there's a huge lake, lots of little bridges everywhere. Very nice, very nice. I really like this. This is kind of the environment that almost Finnish thrive in, and with the ambush tactics and whatnot. I just hope that I am a little bit better now, that I'm able to use those tactics, those ambush tactics. It's really hard when you're literally outnumbered like 5, 6 to 1. It's really hard to do ambushes because you get a lot of them, they just turn around and just rail you, or turn and burn on you, and it kind of sucks if I'm being honest. But no, this is so far it's looking alright, 8 minutes in, and we are on our way to our first battle, our battle of today. Now, if this is the last battle, I have no idea, but if it is, I would like to go out in an absolute blaze of glory. Lots of defenders, 3 points. Okay, first things first, let's get our first call out, and let's get our this map is beautiful. Let's find the guy that can build our cannon, and let's put it, I would say, somewhere along the lines of, let's put it in, let's put it along this road. Okay, very good, and let's get started, let's get rolling. We're gonna have a lot to do this match, so that's we're gonna need our cannons. That's extremely important. So let's get our. Is this our good one? No, that's our weaker one. Let's add some reinforcement over here. And this map's hard for our guys because we're a little bit more heavy set with our cannons and whatnot. So I'm hoping that we're able to at least get it started. Now let's send our other engineer over here so we can get the building started before it gets bad. Let's put our mortar kind of in between all the points for now. Let's put our let's put our last assault squad, kind of the last of our infantry for this very call out here. Let's put them here in the back, and then let's split them up. Let's split them in half. No, just about this, that many guys. Yep, I think there's 10 even. I have no idea where they're going to spawn, but they're definitely going to spawn from north to northeast. That'd kind of suck if they spawned directly north. But you know them. So let's get them spaced out kind of in the back, waiting for the Russians to attack from their rear to penetrate our lines, kind of. Oh, and these guys do not have an actual place to go, so let's get them up here first and foremost. So we have an FT here. We're trying to add as much reinforcement as we possibly can to this northwestern point because it has the least amount around it, sadly. And I think that these horses are majestic. And I used to have RTS games having like goats, and these horses actually look really like well detailed and stuff like that. Their animations look pretty good too, which is always nice to see. Maybe we have our slightly weaker anti-tank cannon that we can send to our. We can actually have like a little ambush point right up in here. We could try to have our. Actually, can we? Can we? We could possibly put our ambush point up here, but I'm kind of worried because it's really singled out, and I would have to defend it, and I wouldn't have the my allies' help. So let's send our biker guy up here. He's our scout for now. And everyone's moving. Okay, let's call up our third call out. Perfect. So we have our Valentine. We're gonna keep that in the back for now since it's so important. We have our flamethrower as well. We're gonna send that to the center, however, because I need it to be quick response. We have our bigger cannon. Our bigger cannon we can actually set up here, up on this like weird. It's ever so slightly higher than the rest of the map. It's not too tall, but it's definitely up there. We have our T60. We have our medics. So let's split up our medics. Send one to the northwestern, and then one to this massive front line. We might end up having to call him back, but for now, let's just have it like this. Let's start building some defenses, like so, right in front of our little AT cannon that we're going to be trying to build. A little bit closer to this time as compared to last time, where it really wasn't like that. And have our scout. Little 150mm thing, really up close. We're gonna have our T70. Let's have it decently close to the northwestern, just in case. I do know they have a KV-1 somewhere. I have no idea where, but I do know that they have it. And that is all of our comments. So now it's just a waiting game on when they either spawn or they actually come in. And let's see here. Let's get all of these guys. Looks like our defender's kind of left. Okay, and our little heavy engineer here is getting his groove on. Does he actually? Do these guys actually have any kills? So they individually don't, but I do know that they have a lot of kills from their anti-tank cannon that they make. I know they at least have 3, but it could be much more than that because they're. I know they took out like 3 T-34s. So he's almost done, and we're going to be on top of it as soon as he's ready. He's digging to put down a concrete foundation. Obviously, that is exactly how it works. Here we go. Oh, they're spawning from the northeast, and so it begins, boys. I'm excited to see what they have in store for us. We do have a lot of people who are still moving. This infantry seems to be lost. Just kind of seems to not exist at the moment. It's interesting. The Vic and this infantry here and these guys here seems like they can start making just a couple of defenses because this is so lightly defended. It might not even worth staying here, if I'm being honest. Though our anti-tank cannon is on its way. These guys just need to sit in the road. Just awaiting, because I don't want to cram them all up in there. So I don't want them to die just like to a mortar or one tank or something like that. Let's get this mortar cannon a little bit closer since we are now a little bit more defended. Oh, tier 3 already on its way. Let's get this flame tank up and going. This T60. is going to be right in its way. Let's try to hide it. Let's try to hide it in this far corner over here, in hopes that it's not seen. I want to try this tactic out. At least if we're gonna die, we'll just go out in a blaze of glory. We have our FT live, so the T30, the KV is making its way over here. Let's actually get a lot of response teams on that. Let's get our infantry on that as well. Or try to at least. Yep, there's the KV, and we're going to have it. We're going to have you deploy right over here. And then we're going to have the rest of you guys. You have 18, or you do not. And have you deploy. It seems like it's taking aim already. It's trying desperately to take out this infantry. You guys are going to have to flank over here because it's already paying attention to that. Okay, let's try to break its back. That's going to be annoying too. That's a S2E16 right there. Oh, just kidding. We killed its crew. Yeah, that KV was on top of it, making that shot. You're gonna have to hurry really fast, my guy. The KV is gonna be on top of you. You know, they have I think it's a BAE 10 over there that I saw. There's this squad right over here. See? Alright. And I need to hit this KV right in the rear. As long as it doesn't get a shot on the rear. That's the important part here. It doesn't get a shot on the first. Try to target its engine. Here. Gonna juke it out. The shot rate in the turret. Seems like it knows I'm here, but it's not wanting to hit me at all. This track is broken, so it definitely cannot move now. There's a lot of infantry surrounding right now, so I can't really jump out with my group. Normally what I would do is I would jump out the crew side of it, with the crew, and then try to throw a bomb at this. It's really impossible right now. So I'm just trying to do the sprockets while I can. Not what I'm gonna try to do though. I'm getting hit by something, but doesn't matter. If I cannot maneuver it now. It just does not make it. You can come on. No, you want to give it to me. Have the crew hop out, and then shot the charge, and then, damn it, I knew that was going to happen. I think I'm starting to take out some of the crew, I want to say. Oh, we have APCR. I didn't think of this before. APCR works way better at close range than it does anything else. So we can focus on that right now. Just trying to ruin its day. Oh wow, that's a lot of infantry over here. Yeah, and there goes that. There goes my my efforts. So at least I do have some kind of means to. That KV1 is impaired if I take it out. Come on, throw a nade, boys. Throw a nade. Throw a nade, throw a nade. You have to throw a nade. F3. Toss an F3. Throw smoke. There's even more. They're just outright spamming this position over here. I literally can't do anything about it. Okay, so we do have a Valentine that could possibly try to do some damage to the tank over here. Let's try to get that over here. Let's hide around the smoke. Alright, it does have an anti-tank grenade on it. Let's try to sneak around. Let's go, and then... You can do it, kid. Come on, kid. You can do it. Come on. Come on. I know you can do it. Take out the KV-1. Damn it, he died. But is the KV? I don't think he threw the right. I think you're supposed to take out the engine on it. Though the Valentine is indeed on its way. Let's go here. Try to hit the mortar team here. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do the. Oh, this needs to be worked on. But this still needs to be built. And it makes me very sad that the one place that they somehow managed to get was to attack was not the area that needed to be attacked. They were saying, okay, what we try to do is try to do is dismount from here, and then take the special charge and follow it over here. Oh god. Okay. What is this gonna be? So I can take out the air on this combat. That's a lot of infantry though. Utter bullcrap. We're kind of getting flanked, but they're kind of falling into my trap. My tank died. He did not. It's just over here now. Guy. Back there for the position. We need reinforcements up here. It's fine. It's just imperative that this satchel grenadier gets on top of that position. However, this position is being completely overwhelmed. That's not good. If we come from the side, it probably won't see us. Why is he running so slow? There we go. But if this grenadier can't get him from this side, it's probably never gonna. But it looks like he can. Come on, man, you can do it. Come on. Why would you go to the front? Why would you go to the front? Try to hit the engine. Okay, now you run. Come on. It will do it. It'll do it. Yes! The crewman died that I had, but the tank is down. The tank isn't actually dead, it's just down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this Valentine up. Oh, they took this position entirely. That is extremely unfortunate. It's just a spam now. It's another KV? Oh no, it has another crew. It only killed one of the crew. Yeah, it only killed one of the crew on it. It didn't actually kill it. It only killed one of the crew. Damn it. This is gonna be one hell of a defense. We've killed so many of them, and it's... Seems like it's always so over for us. Let's get these guys decrewed. Yeah, that tank was our last hope. We look like we have another T-34 down this way. And it's under. They're going Valentine there. With a million guys. Yeah, I tried putting it closer, but they're attacking from so many different directions at one time that it's not living long enough. It's simply not living long enough to allow me to be able to hit them. This tank out here. Somehow the man on this tank has lived long enough. Wow. A lot of tanks there. There we go, try to live. Try to live, young man, try to live. Took out a lot of their tanks so far and a lot of their main assaults. Kind of makes me wish I had my grenades now. All of my crew over here have died, sadly. So all I can do is just have them retreat simply. I'm gonna try to retreat this ammo crate. Yep, it's just down to like protecting these last 2 points in which there's nobody. Oh yeah, there's nobody over here anymore. There's one man, but I simply just don't have the means to defend anymore. Oh no, we have one more cannon that got stuck. It's more important that you dismount right now. Know your artillerymen, but you have to defend. For Finland, my men, for Finland. We've almost won. We're at 700 points right now. Oh, he died. Oh, he's so angry with the fire. There you go. Still spawning in more troops, very sadly. Ammo back to these men over here, so they're able to attack. That's a huge problem. That's a T-70, and I can't deal with that. And none of these guys have any kind of protection really. So I'm just gonna have to send them all the way back in hopes that the T-70 doesn't actually try to target them. But that might as well be a lost cause. Okay. Let's get this. Let's keep this medic here, but let's have the rifleman drop this. These 2 riflemen, and grab the AT cannon. So it'll be very important. All 4 of these men somehow survived. I have no idea how, but we're at almost 800 points now. Still, the odds are decent. They're okay. They get severely evened out when I was. What's it called? They got evened out when I was getting spammed. Come on. Yeah, that was dumb. I don't know why they did that. There we go. Trying to move this AT cannon forward. Come on. Oh, the map is really buggy. I literally can't move these. can't take that out. Oh, there we go. Now I can. Oh no, they just took out everything. Oh my god, okay. See if we can try to take out their tanks. Yeah, taking out twice as much as they are, and it's just like, it's still non-stop. And despite this thing being on wheels, it moves very, very slow, even with 4 men. Oh my god, this thing, that's probably because it's in the water, but still, Jesus Christ. It's a shallow river, you'd think they'd be able to take it out. Okay, well the veterancy on this crew is very high now, and... Oh my god. Oh. Yep, okay, battle ended. Yep, we have lost. It is official. This war is now very much so over. I have again lost every single unit on the field, despite taking out way over half of their own, which sucks. High and plentiful. Seems like I got a decent amount of points, but I've literally have my Valentine managed to live. However, does seem like boys that we do need to retech now that I've figured out a couple of the metas. And we do need to retech and kind of refocus on some of the things that we've been able to do lately, and to just kind of redo them, but with higher efficiency. So I thank you guys so much for watching this season, and well, I think in about 2 weeks down the line, I'll have it set up. I want to set up a trailer and everything. So if you are still watching these, thank you guys so much, and appreciate watching this season. Well, I'm excited to show you guys the next one. Bye bye. Have a good day, everybody.